Hello friends, in this video we are going to see top 3 best performing access mutual fund that we can consider to invest now, both in SIP and lump sum investment method. Let's get into the video. First of all, let's understand some details about Access Mutual Fund. This Access Mutual Fund AMC got established in the year 2009. Its headquarters is located at Mumbai, India. The official website of Access Mutual Fund is https www.accessmf.com. When you visit this website, it gives you both the option to invest either in direct or regular mode. I always recommend people to invest only in direct fund because the expense ratio will be less in the direct fund and then return also will be more. The total number of mutual funds which are managed by this AMC is more than 29, which includes equity, debt and hybrid and commodities. Now let's look into the top 3 best access mutual funds. The fund which stays at number 3 position is going to be Axis Long Term Equity Fund. This is one of the best ELSS fund available in the current market. If you do not know what does ELSS, it means it's an equity linked savings scheme. It provides an option to save tax up to 46,800 per year if you invest 1,50,000 in this fund. It is one of the best investment scheme available under section 80C. If you are working in IT, this is the best investment that you can do under section 80C. Now let's look into some of the important factors about Access Long Term Equity Fund. The minimum investment that you need to have is going to be 500 rupees in case you are planning to invest in SIP mode. In case you are going for lump sum, you need to start the investment with 500 rupees. The expense ratio which is associated with this fund is going to be 0.8%. I always recommend people to choose the fund which has less expense ratio. If the expense ratio is less, the return is going to be more. The total asset getting managed under this fund is nearly 29,575 crores. The lock-in period of this fund is going to be 3 years. It means if you invest today, you will be able to take out the money after 3 years. This is a good feature because this is going to let you keep invested for at least 3 years. If you invest in any mutual fund for more than 3 years, the return is going to be obviously more. The benchmark which it is tracking is going to be BSE 200 total return index. It means this fund is going to invest in stocks which are getting listed under BSE 200. The exit load associated with this fund is 0%. There is no entry load of this fund. It means you do not need to pay any entry load or exit load while entering the fund or redeeming the fund. Now let's look into the main aspects of the Access Mutual Fund. Now let's see the riskometer. It clearly says the fund risk is very high. All the equity funds mostly will fall into this category. And let's look into the trailing returns it has produced. We can see that in last 1 month it has produced around 2.38%. Last 1 year return stood around 53.19%, which is more or less equivalent to the index return. Now let's look into the fund which stands at number 2 in our category. The fund which stays at number 2 is going to be Axis SmallCap Fund. As the name suggests, it is going to invest into small cap stocks. The minimum investment that we need to have to start SIP in this fund is going to be 500. In case we are planning to invest in lump sum, we have to start with the investment of 5,000 for the first time. For the subsequent subscription, we can start our investment from 500 rupees onwards. The expense ratio associated with this fund is around 0.44%. The asset which is getting managed under this fund is around 6,009 crores. When we consider the lock-in period, there is no lock-in period in this fund. It's an open-ended fund. We can invest and then redeem at any time. It is calculating total return of investment of Nifty free float small cap 100 stocks. Since this fund is focused on investing in small cap stocks, the risk is going to be more. At the same time, the return we are going to get out of this fund is going to be more. The exit load is going to be around 1% in case you are redeeming the fund within 1 year. It is not a lock-in period, it is the penalty they will charge in case you are redeeming the investment within 1 year. 10% will be calculated. You will be charged 10% in case you sell your investment within 1 year. Let's look into the risk factor associated with this fund. As the name suggests, it is going to invest in a small cap stocks, which means the return going to be higher. At the same time, it is going to be very high risk fund. Let's look into the trailing returns it has produced. In last 1 month, it has produced around 5.98%, and in last 1 year, it has produced around 88%. So this is one of the best small cap fund that you can consider to invest. Now let's look into the fund which stands at number 1 position in our ranking. The fund name is going to be Access Bluechip Fund. From the name itself, we can identify it is going to invest in blue chip. It means it is going to invest in companies which are already leaders in the market. For example, HDFC Bank, Infosys, TCS, ITC. Let's look into the basic informations of Access Bluechip Fund. In case you need to start the investment, you have to start with 500 rupees in case of SIP. In case you are going with lump sum, you need to start with 5000 rupees for the initial subscription. Subsequent investment can go from 1000 rupees onwards. The expense ratio associated with this fund is around 0.5%. The asset which is getting managed under this fund is around 28,233 crores. There is no lock-in period. It is tracking the benchmark of Nifty 50 total return. It means it is going to invest in stocks which are getting listed under Nifty 50. The exit load is around 1% in case you sell investment within completing of 1 year. It is one of the best blue chip or large cap fund available in the market. Now let's look into the risk associated with the fund in addition to the trailing return it has produced. First of all, the riskometer says the risk associated with this fund is going to be very high. Let's look into the trailing returns it has produced. In last 1 month, it has produced around 1.18%. In last 1 year, it has produced 43.43%. This is a high risk and high return fund. It is one of the best blue chip fund that you can invest. The other name of blue chip fund is referred as large cap fund. Now we have come to the end of the video. We have discussed the top 3 best performing access mutual fund available in the market. Please do your own research before investing your money. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.